right, so boom. What it do? So this video is going to be the beginning of a college series. So and this specific video is going to be about, let's say, finances, but a true subtopic of scholarships, where you get the money, free money for writing a paper or submitting a video. Now, if you haven't started college yet, I will say that after talking to all of many college graduates, they wish they could write a paper to get money. Like, to be a college student, to be able to write a paper or submit a video to get $1,000 or $500 is a blessing in itself. So let's take on these amazing opportunities to get free money and not have to take on these loans, because you want to graduate from college debt free. So as normal, my little listy list is down there. So scholarships. There is a wide array of places in which you can find scholarships. Now, of course, receiving a scholarship is different than doing a scholarship. Of course, we all know that. Duh. Just because you do a scholarship doesn't automatically mean that you're going to do it. But the more scholarships you do, the higher chance it is for you to be able to get one. So back when I was a senior in high school, my mother motivated me and really was on me about doing a set amount of scholarships every single week. So between September of, from September 2015 until March of 2016, within that time frame, I had done about 67 scholarships. Of those, I received a good portion of those scholarships. Although it did not cover all of my college expenses, it put a dent in the amount of money that I had to spend at college for tuition and things of that nature. So it's like, the more scholarships you apply for, it's like putting out a much larger net. And although you might not catch enough to fill up that net, it'll be more than what you would have caught if you put out a smaller net. So now moving forward to some places and methods in which you can find scholarships. If you are in organizations and you're involved in that said organization, many times they give out scholarships. Of course, you can look up on Google scholarships for minority women, scholarships for insert major, scholarships for blank in blank major, and you can find those type of scholarships. And even if there are scholarships that are based off of race, still apply for those scholarships, because there are situations in which you can be applying for a scholarship and no one else is applying for that scholarship. And they're in a position where they just need to give that money out, and you apply for that scholarship and you receive and you are awarded those funds. So always keep that in mind. Other places to find scholarships are places like Fastweb or scholarship.com or Scholarship Owl, and they give you very nice and concise scholarships where there may be a GPA requirement, and it ciphers and filters out all those scholarships in which you can apply for that specific award strictly based off of GPA. If you are looking for scholarships that don't have a GPA requirement, you can easily look for those style of scholarships. And although I wasn't a fan of applying for scholarships where it was like a raffle, I actually know a friend that received a scholarship all because it was a raffle and he just submitted his name. You never want to close off any doors specifically because you don't think that you would get it, because it could be you. Like, what if somebody is like holding money behind a door and you say, I don't like the color of that door, but somebody else opens that door and it's like $1,000 behind that door, but you just didn't like the color of the door. Odd analogy, but it's a real thing that happens. Something else is that many of these scholarships, especially if they are scholarships where you have to write a paper, a lot of them ask the same roundabout questions. So if you could just get one good, amazing, or even three, because there's really three types of prompts that they use. Tell us about a time where you had to lead a group. Tell us about the reason that you selected your major. Tell us why you deserve this scholarship. Things of that nature. If you just write out a really nice paper, I did this, you can have all your various organizations within that paper, and then where it says, why do you deserve this scholarship? You can say something like, I feel as though I'm not a writer, I'm an engineer, so it might not be right. I feel as though I am worthy of receiving this scholarship because I feel as though I could receive this scholarship because I am a dedicated, hardworking individual, and I would be blessed to be able to insert word. I blanked, but I would be blessed to be able to represent insert organization for the duration and more and further after college. So it's just some of those things that you could be able to do to kind of optimize your scholarship seeking process and scholarship applying process. So something else is that once you get into college, applying for scholarships doesn't end. Once you get into college, does that tuition stop appearing in your financial report? It doesn't. So you got to keep applying. I still apply. My mom still sends me scholarships every month, like a list of scholarships that I need to apply for. And it's also a part of being disciplined and saying, okay, I need to submit two scholarships a week. I can do it. I am fully capable of doing the items that are set in front of me, the tasks that are set in front of me. I actually have to repeat that to myself sometimes. But keeping that in mind and reminding yourself, hey, big picture, I don't feel like writing this paper, but if I get this scholarship, I could have $500. And that's $500 more that I would have if I didn't apply for the scholarship. And whether you receive the scholarship or not, you know at the end of the day, you tried and you did your best, and that's what truly matters. Something else to keep in mind is the FAFSA. The FAFSA, of course, the school needs it. It shows how much your parents would potentially be able to give towards your college education, aka tuition. So it's an extremely important thing to be able to do. I can't speak much about it. I'm still in a position where I'm blessed and my mom does it, and I just kind of watch her because she just fills out all the financial information, which is totally fine. And then moving forward, remaining motivated and not losing sight of the end goal. You could be sitting there writing so many papers, submitting so many videos, but at the end of the day, you are going to be so happy that you submitted those scholarships when you did, because the way that loans are set up, scam, but but those interest rates, they may look small, but something that I learned, and this is really supposed to be another video, but I'll give y'all a little bonus. Even if you do the style of loan, I don't want to use specific names because I'm not very well educated in this specific piece, but whichever type of loan there is where you don't have to pay it off until 6 months after you graduate, that interest is still occurring or incurring. I don't know the specific word, but that interest is still compounding while you are in school. So maybe you took out a $3,500 loan $3,500 loan for one of the semesters. And there's a 6.5 interest rate, but you don't have to start paying until 6 months after college. That interest is still compounding while you are in school. So when it's 6 months after you graduate, they're not just expecting principal, they're expecting principal and interest. So in null terms, they're expecting that 3,500 plus whatever interest. And keep in mind that interest is compounded daily. After taking all these financial classes that I've taken, I'm not a finance major. I'm engineering. I told y'all that. But after taking all those financial classes that I've had to take, economics and finance, all those things, when something is compounded daily opposed to monthly, although it's, I don't want to say insignificant, but it still is a small amount difference between compounding monthly and daily, or monthly, yearly, and daily. It still adds up because, it still adds up. Like, so it compounds every single day, and that's going to add up. And even while you're paying it, that interest is still building. And while that interest is building, you're probably going to be in your 20s like I. You're probably going to be in your 20s like I. I probably won't edit that out because I cough and I don't feel like editing. But you're probably going to be in your 20s, and you're going to want to be selfish with your life. You're going to want to be traveling, and depending on your lifestyle, you might be married, might want to have kids, and that interest is still going to be potentially pulling you down.